Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back here to my YouTube channel, and it's the Sochi Grand. Wow, so let's begin with the results. So you got Leclerc up there on 31.6, behind there was Lewis, then Vettel, they were 4 tenths behind, then came Verstappen who was 6 tenths behind, then came Bottas who was almost a second behind, Sainz was 1.6 seconds behind, Hülkenberg similar time, Norris just a tenth behind that, Grosjean 2 tenths behind that, and finally Ricciardo rounding up the top 10. So let's go with Leclerc first. I mean, what an epic performance from him again. So it's 4th pole in a row, 6th pole of the year, 2 more than anybody else in the field, 2 more even than Hamilton. He is absolutely flying, and 10 out qualifying his teammate 10 times in a row, out qualifying the 4-time world champion Vettel 10 times in a row. Now that is pretty damn impressive, isn't it? I mean, wow, and that just says it all, doesn't it? That there's definitely the case that Leclerc is the faster driver, clearly on 1 lap at least in Ferrari, and by quite some margin at the moment. I mean, if you look at today, 4 tenths of a second, that is huge. So that's very impressive. We gotta say, however, that Ferrari also, I mean, let's come to their car. Huh? Ferrari at the moment, on average, have the fastest car out there. And it doesn't matter what track. That is unbelievable. How the hell did that happen? Like, who could have foreseen that? I mean, just a few months ago, Mercedes was like miles ahead of everybody, and Ferrari was in no man's land, and we were all disappointed with them. And now, boom, they're back with a bang. Like, it's unbelievable. And it's so difficult to know why. I mean, I already mentioned in my last analysis that their upgrade package certainly has done magic, because their concept aerodynamically was in the wrong place. It was just good for low downforce tracks, so they had to pile on a lot of downforce onto the car, and doing that without damaging their drag too much. And they've managed to do that. Then I would say also on their engine, it seems that it's just unbelievable, the power that they're extracting from their engine, especially on 1 lap, but also over many laps. Lewis Hamilton called it the jet mode today, because it's just like, I mean, more than half a second just on the straights per lap. So really all the advantage is and more is coming from the engine that Ferrari has. And it's just crazy. And of course, as you know, there's some rumors as to how they're trying to do it. Some teams like Mercedes and Red Bull are questioning whether it's legal or not, because it's just so impressive. But of course, you have to give them the benefit of the doubt, because nobody has found anything unlegal. So certainly for now, it's all legal, and just unbelievable job they're doing. And then maybe you could throw in another theory. You know, like when you begin in the season, in the first race, the car for the following year has also started in development, and a little bit of resources are already on that car. So maybe like 10% is on the next year's car, whereas 90% is on this year's car. And as from each race, teams start to allocate more and more resources to next year's car. And since Mercedes was dominating so strongly and was so far ahead, maybe they've made a little bit of a, well, you wouldn't call it a mistake yet, but they've made a very early call and allocated massive resources already to next year's car, which gives them a big advantage with a head start for next year, but really has compromised their development rate this year. And because sometimes even before the summer break, you can move up to 80% development onto next year's car and have only 20% left for the actual car at the moment, which you're racing with for the next couple of races. And it seems that maybe Mercedes has done that in a very extreme way, and Ferrari has still brought this huge upgrade package in Singapore. They also said that that was their last one, but that's one more maybe than Mercedes was bringing this year. And so that maybe has done this huge step. And okay, at the moment it doesn't look that Mercedes went too early, because they still have such a big points buffer. But if it continues like that, by the time we get to the end of the season, could be could still be a bit close for the one or the other championship. Maybe constructors or drivers, very unlikely. But anyways, we're happy with that, because it's going to give us an epic end to the season. If now suddenly Ferrari has the best car, so that's unbelievable. And then Leclerc, I mean, he's just on absolute fire. Let's speak about the second position guys. So Hamilton did an absolutely wonderful lap, really. I looked on the onboard, it was just perfect, stunning. So he again just qualified at his very best, really distanced Bottas so much on a track where Bottas had his first pole and first win here. So he's really good on this track, and Hamilton was really driving amazingly. But still 4 tenths behind Leclerc, which is crazy, huh? Then came Vettel, 4 tenths behind his teammate. Vettel, however, is still fast in races, huh? In races, he's been at least the same pace as Leclerc, maybe even sometimes better. So we shouldn't write him off for tomorrow. But still, when you're third, it's going to be difficult in the race to come from behind there. Verstappen, of course, getting his penalty, so he's dropping back. Then comes Bottas. Bottas had a very weak qualifying, actually, being so far away. Definitely not good. And he's losing his last remaining chances at the moment to have a shot at the championship. They're all but gone. Then we had Sainz. We have to give it hats off for Sainz, because he's 6th again in the qualifying now, or where is he? 5th? 5th, I think. That's pretty damn impressive, especially when you look at his points. It's incredible how much points he has in the Drivers' Championship, being best of the rest at the moment with the McLaren. That's really, really awesome. So he's done a great season, really, really great season. Then comes Hülkenberg. So Hülkenberg did a great qualifying, being 4 tenths quicker than Ricciardo, and it's so important for him because his chances are kind of disappearing at the moment for staying in F1, but he seems very confident. So I don't know how can he be so confident. It's just Williams and Alfa Romeo left. And Alfa Romeo, I mean, it's just Giovinazzi because Kimi is fixed. So and Giovinazzi, I mean, being an Italian in the Alfa team, and he's done a good season. And today particularly did a good qualifying because he really dominated Kimi Räikkönen in qualifying. So I wonder if he has a chance to go at Alfa Romeo, and if not, there's Williams. Williams certainly would take him if they can afford to take him, because Williams kind of would need a driver with some money. Since they already have a great driver in George Russell, they would probably look for the other driver to bring some money. So Hülkenberg is not going to bring money. So yeah, not an easy one. Let's see. Let's hope he stays in F1 because he deserves it. He's definitely a big talent. Then Landon Norris, again doing solid qualifying, really, really good, only a 10th behind Sainz. Grosjean doing well, and Daniel Ricciardo having a little bit of a half day off, I guess. Not such a great one when you compare to Hülkenberg. Yeah, and I mean, can you believe it as well? This is a Mercedes track at its best. They have won every single race since the beginning of Sochi Formula 1 races, which was 5 years ago. So they have dominated this track. And now, can you believe they're struggling so much with the pace? However, Mercedes, the car struggles most on the soft tires and also struggles to get temperature in the tires. So it's like very conservative on the tire in general. And it works a lot better on the medium and hard tire. So in the race, particularly then in the second stint, Mercedes can still ramp up the pace a lot and be on it. I don't predict that in the first stint they're going to be too fast. They're going to be similar to Ferrari. It's going to be quite a boring race, unfortunately, with strategy, because there's only one stop strategy and there's no big undercut or overcut or things. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're going to run pretty long, and then I don't think strategy is going to bring out anything spectacular in the race there tomorrow, unfortunately. But the start will be awesome, because it's one of the longest straights after a start. I think 900 meters or something crazy. So you have this incredible slipstream opportunity off the start. Sometimes it's a disadvantage of being first in Sochi. I've experienced that with Lewis very, very often, because the slipstream is just so insane. But with that Ferrari power, and they can put the jet mode on after the start as well as in qualifying. So with the jet mode on right after the start there, Ferrari is going to be difficult to overtake even with a slipstream, because yes, you can slipstream in, but as soon as you like move out to try to overtake, you get all the wind, and then so that's not going to be too easy. But I think it's going to be an exciting start there anyways. And then let's just mention quickly Albon, of course, fighting for his seat there at Red Bull. Not easy, really, really not easy, because he's shoved it into the wall in Q1. Definitely something you shouldn't be doing, to spin there on your own in qualifying like that. I don't know, I think Red Bull's a bit stuck there. I mean, which driver are they going to take? Not easy. Gasly probably at the moment has the lead, because again, he's driving so well with the Toro Rosso. He's doing a good job there, so probably he's at the moment at the forefront. But I mean, who else would they take? No idea. Hülkenberg definitely wouldn't be a bad choice, to be honest. Yeah. So there we go, Hülkenberg. Still, there's the opportunity of Red Bull, even though they say no. Why not? You know, he fits very well with the mentality, and he's a good driver, so why not? At the moment, maybe he's even the best choice. Okay, that's it. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Let me know who you think is going to win the race tomorrow. I'm on for Leclerc, definitely. I'm pretty sure he's going to win. And thanks for tuning in, and see you tomorrow for the analysis.